USC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. And down he goes back at the 3.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback.
That is not what they had in mind at all, and it's going to be a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Quick strike complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Missouri!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
They'll leave it with him. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Complete out of the backfield. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Noles send out the punt unit. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They go to the ground. And he's still running after the move. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and makes big plays.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Complete on third down. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Cook. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close.
Missouri, 9. Florida State, 0.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. dudes that could change the game, Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 9-point game. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Looking to throw, it's Cook. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that?
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive lines.
Dropping back, it's Uiagalelei. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking deep down the right side. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Seminoles. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering.
Missouri, 16, Florida State, 7.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cooper. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Number 3.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Uiagalelei coming after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect.
And that pass intercepted. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll start this drive with a pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Second down coming up. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. DBs will try to keep everything in front. He's looking for a man on second down. Finds his big tight end. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. The jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. You saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
On target. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday. Man, this guy's a playmaker, and he does not need a lot of space. Really nice job that time letting the pass rush get upfield. So when he got the football, there was just green grass out and ahead of him, and he made the defense pay.
And when I got a guy like that, man, I just got to find ways to get him past the D-line, right? And then the draw play is a good way to do it. Let them run themselves up the field. Then you can see he's got some serious speed. A lot of speed in space is always a good recipe for offense.
Wants to throw. It's Cook. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
A third and long coming up here. Trying to get the edge on the toss. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Missouri! And the route is on. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
The Seminoles brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal to go to situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the first down. Great job by the offensive line, creating some space and getting the first down.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
2nd and 10 here. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, they convert. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, no! Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front do it.
He's loose. Keeps it and gets the first down. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these. They're just weapons of mass destruction.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Oklahoma State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Pulls and fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down, going to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On fourth down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless, and you know that you're losing possession, and you're coming out.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, gaps. Running to the football, nowhere to go.
Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Leaves it with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he missed it. No good. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in football. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Line gets set, 1st down.
Come on, set. Right offense, keep pushing the ball down.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Able to get 1 down to the 15. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
To the ground with the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Lucas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah.
And it's his 4th interception of the night.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Defensive back spread all over the field trying to take away the pass.
29 Philly.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And it's on the ground. And the defense, oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, trying to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Now on 2nd down. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.